Ladies and gentlemen, as the draft day gets closer, we are going to be pumping out these mock drafts because the news is just going to get hotter and hotter heading into draft day. For what we know right now, I will be predicting the Aaron Rodgers trade. I'll be predicting the Lamar Jackson trade. And I'm going to do some movement around in this NFL mock draft. I think you're going to see a lot of trades this year. So, guys, hello, I am TwoToneSports. I will be live the entire NFL draft here on YouTube. This is PFF. Yes, I paid for it. I know I shouldn't have. Whatever. I do it for you guys. So, if you guys can drop a like, a sub, hit that bell notification. Showing love is free here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me and helps support the channel greatly. So, guys, let's jump into this mock draft because I'm not too sure how long this is going to take. As always, I have my top two pretty standard. With this, I am actually going to start off with the Carolina Panthers, who traded up to number 1 with the Chicago Bears, selecting Bryce Young, QB out of Alabama. His size is a little bit of a concern, but everything else, if this kid was 6'2", he would be the clear best QB in this class. Problem is, he's 5'10", and he's 204. All right? Offensive coordinator will have to do some things to scheme around Young's height, but it's a small price to pay for everything else he brings to the table. Clear number 1 to me, and clear number 2 to me is going to be C.J. Stroud. All right, C.J. Stroud, QB out of Ohio State. Unlike Bryce Young, he's got the size. He's got a little bit more to work on when it comes to QB technicals, but as a passer, Stroud is nothing like the other two first-round QBs who came out of Ohio State before him, and that bodes well for an NFL prospect. Kid is 6'3", 214, just needs some help under pressure. Besides that, he's accurate and he's a pocket passer. Give this man a clean pocket and watch him thrive. Watch him thrive at the next level. Okay? So, here we are. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. What does this mean? As we all expect, Will Anderson, they're probably could trade out of here. All right, there's seven trades here that the teams want to move up for. I think they take their J.J. Watt replacement and don't look back. Will Anderson Jr., the best defensive player in this draft, in my opinion. All right. Look, double-digit sacks. It's just gotten better every year. 6'3", 253, elite production and elite tools. It's an easy combination to draft highly. He needs to get a little bit more in his pass rush repertoire. But other than that, this kid is nasty and was nasty in college. Now, guys, this is when things get interesting. First two QBs are already off the board. Anthony Richardson can go here, but he's a project. Will Levison can go here, but questions with his decision making on the field. So what are we going to do? We're going to do what the right move is here. All right? We are going to have, I can't find them. Lamar Jackson is going to be shipped for a first-round pick, so the number 4 overall pick, and you're going to see a conditional second-round pick. Okay? He's going first round and a conditional second round pick here. We are going to force this trade. Boom. Lamar Jackson, you are now an Indianapolis Colt. And guess what? Baltimore Ravens, you are now up to number 4. And guess who you're getting? You're going to go and draft Lamar Jackson's replacement, who? Say hello to Anthony Richardson. There it is. The Colts make the trade. They move back. Anthony Richardson is going to be the Ravens guy. The Colts get the former MVP. So now this leaves the Seattle Seahawks on the clock. I hate doing this. I'm starting to see it more and more, though. Mr. Off-the-field issues, Mr. Speedster, Jalen Carter. 6'3", 314, had a below-average pro day. Guys, think about everything this kid's going through. Whatever. Ready? Carter is as good a D-tackle prospect as we've seen since we started grading college in 2014. A complete prospect. He's got the size. He's got everything. Guess what? Seattle just got their man at number 5. Now, this puts the Lions on the clock at pick number 6. Everybody has Devon Witherspoon going here. Christian Gonzalez is my CB1. That's the reason I'm doing it. Ready? Christian Gonzalez, 6'1", 197. Gonzalez is the total package physically. He's got all-pro tools, but just needs a little refinement to get there. His wins in his movement skills. He's a versatile corner. All right, on tape, Gonzalez is the most scheme and alignment versatile corner in this class. Press, off, man, zone, outside, inside. Gonzalez can do it all. All right, the only thing keeping Gonzalez from being CB1, he is in my eyes, and a top 5 pick, is his mentality. If you can light a little fire under him, Gonzalez will be a stud in this league, and guess who can do that? The Lions head coach. If that man can't light a fire under you, I don't know who the hell can. Home run pick for Detroit Lions. I love this pick. All right, guys, now what do we do? So, you guys probably want, all these guys are off the board. Guess what? I'm going to do the smart pick here. I'm going to, once again, I'm going to do the smart pick here. The Raiders don't really have the smart pick here and there. So, let's do it. Peter Skoronski. Why am I going Peter Skoronski? Most versatile tackle on this board. Whether he's a tackle, whether he's a guard, doesn't matter. He's going to be a day one starter wherever you decide to put him. Look at his snaps. He played left tackle. Kid is so versatile. 6'4", 313, lacks in length. But man, Skoronski has the highest floor of any offensive lineman in this draft class. It may just come at guard, though. Where he wins his hands. He's a versatile offensive linebacker who can prove very little. There are truly not many reasons for concern about Skoronski's tape. Continuing to get stronger will obviously help his cause at the NFL level, but it's not like he's a liability in that regard at the moment. The only liability this man has is length. If his arms were a little bit longer, you'd see this kid in the top 5, and I mean that. But for right now, I'm going to have the Raiders doing the right thing in protecting my boy Jimmy G. So, what does this leave? This leaves Tyree Wilson to me, going off the board at pick 8 to the Atlanta Falcons. Why? This man is 6'6", 271. Okay, Wilson is a handful for every lineman who has had to block him. 6'6", 275 pounder will have a length advantage against almost every tackle he faces in the NFL. He has an inside-out versatility and put up 50 pressures this past season. No edge prospect manhandled offensive tackles more than Wilson last year. That's a defensive lineman who can play for any scheme. Okay? Any scheme. Look at the pressures. Where are they? They don't have pressures. But look at the hurries, man. Look at the hurries. Kid is legit. Look at his grades by game, too. He is legit. Falcons need an edge. This is a hell of a pick. Guess what, guys? We're hitting another trade here. and we're going to do it. We're just going to do it. I'm going to make this trade assuming Mac Jones finds a different home. There's a whole bunch of rumors that Mac Jones is on the trade block. I don't think he's involved in this trade. But this is assuming Mac Jones finds a different home. Okay? So if Mac Jones is off the Patriots, this is what the Patriots are going to give up. They're going to give up their first round pick, and they're going to give up pick 76 to move up to number 9. All right? So the Chicago Bears move back a little bit. Boom. The Patriots are now on the clock. Why? Well, they're going to pick their new QB. Will Levis is going to the Patriots at pick 9 in a little bit of a fall. Little bit of a fall. Will Levis going number 9. Why is he falling? Well, kid's got everything, and he looks like a monster. I don't know if you've seen the pictures of this man lately. 6'4", 229. Levis's tape has so much to like from a tools and NFL readiness standpoint, but his accuracy, or lack thereof, is borderline an issue at this point. His decision making is also an issue. He's got an arm like you can't believe. He's a downfield passer. He will stretch defenses. Needs a little consistency in his footwork. His decision making is subpar though, guys. Something to watch, and guess what? Something Bill Belichick can work on. I think this is a smart move for the Patriots. I really do. They're obviously not happy because Mac Jones is on the trade block. Move up to number 9. Bears, move back. You have your elite, okay, I'm going to say it again, your elite edge talent off the board already. Anderson's gone, Wilson's gone, Carter's gone. Your elite edge talent. Drop back 5 picks, pick up pick number 76. Smart move by the Bears, okay? So now we got the Eagles. Eagles fans, what are we doing here? Well. You guys want College and Kansas here. A little high for pick 10. I see my guy already here, and I'm going to draft him. I'm taking Brian Branch here at pick number 10. Why? My man, Brian, the Swiss Army knife Branch. That's not his actual nickname. I don't know what it is. I just gave it to him. 6 foot, 190. Okay? Branch is the definition of a football player. He plays the game you wish every defensive back would. He's also the best tackling defensive back PFS has graded, missing only 4 tackles on 174 career attempts. Branch is a very high floor defender with a skill set that can fit into every defense in the NFL. And guess what? If you think the Eagles, who got a little mind games with their defensive back this year, their defensive back room this year, aren't going to take a versatile guy like Brian Branch, you're out of your mind. All right, Brian Branch going to Philly. Love it. I absolutely love it. So what does this mean? Well, where is he? Paris Johnson Jr., the first one off the board, too. Well, not the first one. If you view Skoronski as a tackle, then yeah. But Paris Johnson Jr. off the board to add to the hog mollies up front for Tennessee. We are going to have the big man, 6'6", 313 out of Ohio State. You can expect some growing pains early on due to Johnson's limited experience, but that's the nature of the tackle position. If he's dedicated to his craft, he'll be a stud. You can teach this. This is a steal if you can master it. Where he wins, you want someone who can cut off the backside, displace a 3 technique, mirror an athlete off the edge, and lead out onto a screen. Johnson is your man. It's all there for him to be a high-end NFL tackle. All right? This is what they're talking about. 2 years, really. And look, he just played left tackle last year. He was a right guard the year before. Versatility, though. Versatility. Hello. Something to draft. I like it. So, boom. Paris Johnson Jr. is going to be added to that hog molly of an offensive line in Tennessee. Who he blocks for? That's different. How long is Henry going to be there? That's a video for another day. All right, we got CJ Stroud in the first selection for the for the Texans. So what do we do here? Do we grab him another weapon? Do we go defense? Do we go offensive line? I like this pick. All right. I consistently have Jackson Smith and Najigba here. They do not have Brandon Cooks anymore. He was traded to the Cowboys. So let's look. 6 foot, 196. His 3-cone drill was outstanding. Jackson Smith Najigba missed almost the entire fall with hamstring issues, but was Ohio State's leading receiver in 21 as a sophomore. That year, he caught 95 passes for almost 1,600 yards and 9 scores. He provides the uncoachable route running ability and ball skills that will always have a role in the NFL. All right, if you don't have a well-defined slot role in your offense, Jackson Smith Najigba isn't worth a first rounder. If you do, he'll be your wide receiver 1. Where he wins, technical savvy, he's a slot. Ran 83% of his routes from the slot. Where he can improve, very little. Has a hell of a route tree. All right, so Jackson Smith Najigba is going to be catching some passes from his man, CJ Stroud. Makes sense, huh? Makes sense, huh? Yeah. We all see what happens when you pair a QB, wide receiver, college duo, a.k.a. Mr. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Let's replicate it. Are these two as good as them coming out of college? I don't think so, but worth a shot. Keep the chemistry going. I love this pick. All right, moving on to the New York Jets. We're going to make this trade happen here. Okay, we're just going to get this out of the way. Not that this is going to be affecting this first round. They're going to give up 2 seconds, and we'll throw this year's 4th in. All right, this is what I project is going to happen on draft day. They're going to give up. Actually, I could do something else here, but we're gonna, as of right now, we're gonna keep this. Don't be shocked if Mekhi Becton's in this trade as well. That's what I was thinking. Don't be shocked if Mekhi Becton's in it, even though he lost weight and he looks good. All right, projecting 2 second-round picks and a 4th-round pick, and Green Bay ships off their lovely Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets. Does that affect this first round? For right now, no. Still, what do the Jets need to do? And this is what they need to do. They're going to go and grab Broderick Jones. All right? Please don't rely on Mekhi Becton. I say it every damn video. So, why are we going Broderick Jones? Left tackle, left tackle. 6'5", 311. Jones is a bully of an offensive tackle. You're not going through him. You'll have to go around. He earned an 84.1 pass blocking grade in his first full season, starting at left tackle for the Bulldogs. Another year of seasoning could have made Jones a top 5 pick, but he still may end up close to that range with his dominant physical skill sets. Wins mentally. Where is he? He's a tackle role. He can improve on hand placement, and guess what? He'll be taught that in the next level. Love it. Love it. Absolute. Bringing in Aaron Rodgers, this is what you need to do. Now, here we are. You have the Bears on the clock. You made 2 trades already in the first round. Who do you girls want, huh? Peter Skoronski's off the board. Paris Johnson's off the board. Off the board. Still there. Off the board. Hello, he's still there too. What are we doing? You're kinda... Let's look at some of this edge here, okay? I already see my guy. I'm going to have them take Lucas Van Ness. I just think this is just the pick, honestly. Tyree Wilson's gone, so I'm gonna have them take Lucas Van Ness here from Iowa. All right, Lucas Van Ness. He's a dog, and he's gonna do very well there. 6'5", 272. Van Ness is an ascending power rusher with unique strength and flexibility. When he wants to go through an offensive lineman, he almost always can. He earned a 80.2 overall grade this past fall with 46 pressures on 271 pass rushing snaps. Van Ness has one of the weirder prospect profiles in the draft class, but he's one I'm willing to bet on. Where he wins, pad level, he's always low. He's at a 45-degree angle, snap after snap, and somehow stays on balance. What's his role? He's a versatile D lineman, change that O, where he can prove any other move. He absolutely bull rushed a shit ton of people, shit ton of offensive linemen in this past year. Developed this kid's technique as a pass rusher, and you're going to see something really happy. All right, Lucas Van Ness going to the Chicago Bears. After a trade down, grabbing some draft capital. I love it. I love it. All right, this is where I have him going. Brian Branch is gone. We're going to be... Let's try to be a little smart with this pick, huh? I do like... I kind of want to take Quentin Johnston just for the hell of it. Kind of want to take Quentin Johnston for the hell of it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take Quentin Johnston here. Jordan Love's going to be your guy. We're going to take Quentin Johnston off the board here. Why? Can't really teach size. You're going to have to teach him how to use his size a little better. 6'3", 208. It's all there. Johnson has every uncoachable physical tool. Johnson is a force of nature. 215. He's your vertical route tree X receiver. Where he wins, he's explosive. He needs to be a little bit more physical. See, if he could tap into his size a little bit more, he could be a monster. Let's worry about the other positions later on in this draft. Green Bay, draft your first round receiver. I know you don't do it, but let's do it here. All right, so what does that mean? Washington, Devon Witherspoon falls into your lap here. Okay. So, Devon Witherspoon, 5'11". I'm going to call him 6 foot. Witherspoon had one of the best seasons we've ever graded from a college cornerback. He was targeted 63 times in 22 and allowed only 22 catches for 206 yards and 3 picks, 14 pass breakups. Okay. Witherspoon may not have an elite physical skill set for the position, but his senior year tape was as good as we've seen in our 9 years of college football grading. All right, where he wins, processing speed. He will be a number 1 corner. He plays a little aggressive, got to get the penalties down, but guess what? I don't think that's that big of a deal. You don't see him doing flagrant penalties. I think this is a hell of a pick for them. I'm also going to come here to Pittsburgh and make the smart pick of an offensive tackle, and he's off. I think I already drafted Broderick Jones. Yeah, Broderick Jones is off the board, so what are we doing here? I am starting to like Darnell Wright over Anton Harrison. Why? Right tackle, left tackle, right tackle. What happened in those seasons? Here's right tackle. Here's left tackle. Here's right tackle. First off, got better every year. Okay? Better every year. And if this wants to work, 6'5", 333. Right in his ascending tackle with a ton of experience against top competition in a class chock full of inexperienced tackles. Where he wins, power. What's his role? Right guard. Right tackle, guard, gap scheme, where he can play, where he can improve, playing on balance. This kid is versatile, and he needs to go to a Pittsburgh offensive line that needs to redefine itself as a better offensive line in this league. Darnell Wright should be their pick if this is the way the draft falls. Oh, I love this option here, all right? I love College and Kansas going to the Detroit Lions. Why do you say? Well, you got Christian Gonzalez. He's going to be a CB1 on the outside, and he's going to really complete that D-back room. Now, let's have the thought of Caljin Kancey on the inside with Aiden Hutchinson on the outside. Would you probably rather go a bookend here? Yeah. So why? You say why? Because that's probably what I'm going to do here. Nolan Smith is off the board. Nolan Smith is going to be on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. If they can develop this kid and make him squeaky clean, this is a hell of a draft. All right? Pretty much got better every year. Look at his sacks. Needs a little bit more, but look at this. 6'2", 238. Smith is a modern, undersized edge rusher who, at only 238 pounds, can be a three-down player. In fact, he earned a 90.0 plus run defense grade over the past 2 seasons. He needs more power elements to his pass rush toolbox, but he's a high-end athlete who can win with speed. He ran a blazing 40-yard dash. That's why this kid is going here. You are going to have a hard time getting outside of Aiden Hutchinson and Nolan Smith. You're going to have to keep it between the tackles, and the Detroit Lions want to play smash mouth football. Tough to win against them in the grit aspect. It's hard. Smith is unique in so many ways with a lot of projectable NFL traits. He'll likely be more of a productive pass rusher in the NFL than he was at Georgia. Can't teach speed. You could put a little bit more size on this kid. Quickness is off the charts. Dan Campbell's going to love this kid. All right? Just picture if you can actually make this kid even half of what Micah Parsons could be. Him and Aiden Hutchinson are going to cause a massive problem seeing the playoffs next year. Now, once again, now we're on the clock with the Bucs. What do they have? Well, they have Baker Mayfield, who is miserable under pressure. Miserable under pressure. So I like Osiris Torrance going here. I also like Anton Harrison going here. But let's see. Did he play any time? Is he versatile? Pretty much left tackle. Pretty much left tackle. He's a swing tackle for sure. Do I take him? I'm gonna take him, I think. Let's look at these offensive linemen. Yeah, I'm taking Anton Harrison, I think, here. Anton Harrison's going to go to the Bucs. All right, guys, you're going to see why. The kid is a disgusting pass blocker. 4 sacks in 3 years. Come on. Crazy. Barely any hurries. 6'4", 315. Harrison could have really upped his draft stock with another year in college weight room. He may have to be redshirted out the gate, but I'd bet money on him being a plus pass protector in time. Needs a little bit more on the core strength. Once again, swing tackle. He's fluid, man. He is fluid. And he's going to a Bucs offensive line that is desperate. Desperate. I like Osiris Torrance here. I think it's the smart pick. You already got D-line. I know you guys like the flashy wide receiver pick here. That could be good. I know Caljin Kancey's off the board, but you are on the board still. But you got Jalen Carter. You're not going to double dip there. I think I'm forced to go Osiris here. I'm almost forced to go Osiris Torrance here. Ooh, I'm going to do the flashy pick. Who am I kidding, huh? The Seattle Seahawks are going to be... Man, it's so hard. Man, I literally hit a wall right here, huh? We're going to have him draft Osiris Torrance. It was my initial thought process. So Cyrus Torrence is coming off the board here. Why is this a smart pick? You already got the receivers. If you really need another one, get another one in the second round. You got your defensive lineman with your first pick, and boom. Man hasn't let up a sack. Solid as a solid guard can get. Okay? 6'5", 330. Torrence is a top true guard prospect in this class. Torrence is a plug-and-play guard who's best suited for gap schemes, but I wouldn't pigeonhole him up by any means. Easy power. He's going to be a guard. There's never been a more guardy guard prospect. Torrence was built in a lab to play guard. Kid is it. Please put him on your offensive line in Seattle. Let Geno cook and see what happens. All right, you guys got the weapons. You got Kenneth Walker. Hopefully he stays healthy. Just do it. Just do it, please. My Los Angeles Chargers are here. I'm going to put you through a little bit of thought process here. You still see Joey Porter on the board. Okay? You still see Joey Porter on the board. You still see College Cansey on the board. And you still have Jordan Addison and Zay Flowers on the board. If I'm a Chargers fan, and Miles Murphy, if I'm a Chargers fan, I'm losing my damn mind here. Why? Because you have all the picks that I want. Why College Cansey could happen? Brandon Staley coached Aaron Donald. If he sees any similarities of Aaron Donald and this kid, he's going to take him. It's an unfair comparison. Okay? Now you're going to sit here. I don't think they're necessarily going to go corner. Mike Davis played his heart out last year. You still got Asante Samuel. You hope, J.C. Jackson bounces back. So, then you're going to think about, for the future, we're going to have to take that route running receiver who's Jordan Addison, who's going to replace Keenan Allen because he's probably going to be cut next year. Or do we think about the future? You got edge. You got your boy Miles Murphy here to learn. And realistically, Khalil Mack's probably going to be cut in the future. But we're going to take a look at depth here in the edge. These guys are all going to be gone. These top guys right here are all going to be gone by mid-second round guaranteed. Andre Carter's still a good pick. I mean, that's why we're probably not going to go edge. So what are we going to do here? It's hard for me to pass up. Who do you guys want? Because I'm thinking Jordan Addison at this point, and that's who I'm going to go. I'm going to go Jordan Addison because we need a little bit more speed. He's not the kill you at speed guy, but his route running is insane. And let's be honest, he's probably going to complete the Chargers offense. Keenan Allen can't stay healthy. Mike Williams can't stay healthy. Kid's got good numbers, okay? Was in Pitt. Now he was in USC. Addison has one of the higher floors among the receivers in this draft class due to his blend of route running chops and all-around athleticism. High-end number 2, and he can improve on his play strength. This is, I think, the move for the Chargers. Austin Eckler came out and said he will play his final year in the Chargers if they don't come to an agreement, and he'll test free agency. Now we're up to the second pick for the Ravens. What do? They got Anthony Richardson in the first round. So now we have the Ravens doing what? Ooh, this is tempting, Ravens fans. Tempting. All right, we are going to take Joey Porter Jr. off the board here for the Ravens. I'm going to make sure I didn't forget about any other corner. No. Joey Porter Jr. is going to come off here to the Ravens. I don't think they're going to go receiver yet. Probably going to be in the second or third round. And yeah, read a mock draft recently that they went tight end. That's not happening. Interesting that no tight ends came off the board yet, huh? Exactly. All right. So Joey Porter Jr. comes off the board. The size is beautiful for this kid. 6'2". I just needed to do it again just to bother some of you. 6'2", 193. All right. Attacks receivers at the line of scrimmage, same way his father did. Porter is a high football IQ cornerback with the kind of size and physicality everyone is looking for. If he was a slightly better athlete, he'd be a top 10 pick. Needlessly grabbing, guess what? That happens at the next level. Let it go. He's going to be a press cornerback, and he loves to jam at this line of scrimmage. Plays Ravens football. As his father was a Steeler, he's going to the Ravens. It's going to hurt, but hey, it happens. What are we doing here? Well, it's going to be a little run on corner. So we're going to have Deonte Banks off the board. This kid has been absolute freak show at the NFL Combine. Ran a blazing 40-yard dash, 4.35, 42-inch vertical. Those are wide receiver numbers. All right, Banks has all the physical traits of an all-pro corner. He just needs to be more consistent with his technique. And let's be honest, he's exactly what the Vikings need. All right, here we are, Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. The Jacksonville Jaguars should probably do the smart move here. I like Myles Murphy because he reminds me of Trayvon Walker. All right. He's off the board. He's off the board. He's off the board. He's off the board. They should do the smart pick. And I'm actually going to give them Myles Murphy. The reason I'm going to give him, like I said, similar to Trayvon Walker. All right, I'm going to give him Myles Murphy here. Really solidify those bookends. Get a nice rotation in there. And the value there is honestly, it's very good. It really is consistent. This guy we saw as a freshman was a lock at top 10. Where'd he go? He'll come back. Trust me, he'll come back in Duval County. 6'5", 258. Murphy is too freaky to pass up on. All right? Right there. Guess what? They drafted him. Done. Wins in power. Needs to unlock his hips. Done. Awesome pick. Solidify your boy Trevor Lawrence the rest of the draft. So here. The Giants did a lot of moves at receiver. So far this offseason. They still need a corner, and it's issue because there's not. Cam Smith really is probably the only one on the board that I would even consider at this point. They need interior offensive line. I like the Steve kid. John Michael Schmitz. Realistically, I can see them getting him in the second round. But like I said, we'll see. So we are going to just give them their wide receiver. Zay Flowers is going to go to the Giants. Their better version of Kadarius Toney in my eyes. Just a better receiver. All right, you want to add dynamicism. I can't even say the word to your offense. Flowers is your guy. 5'9", 182. His quickness. He's going to move weapons. He will take a literal handoff in the backfield, and he will be very good. Set up routes. Kid had all the talent in college. Do your thing in the NFL. Zay Flowers. Get Daniel Jones, move in as well. So now we're going to do the Jerry Jones pick here, as I do in most of my mocks. Bijan Robinson's going to go here to the Cowboys. Why? Well, Zeke's gone. Tony Pollard is franchise tag. They need something for the future. 5'11". Robinson is about as a well-rounded back as you'll see in the draft. He's one of the highest floor players in this class. He can clean up on the fumbles, but that's about it. You don't want to tackle this kid one-on-one. He is your guy. He's going to be an every down back. Okay? Bijan's off the board. I like Cam Smith. I'm going to go Cam Smith because, hey, it's the NFL. You can never have enough D-backs. So what are we doing? Cam Smith here to the Buffalo Bills. I actually like Cam Smith. I don't think people respect him enough. This cornerback class is kind of deep, okay? 6'1", 180. Smith plays the game in a way that every defensive coordinator would love to have on their defense. He's just a limited athlete at an athlete-dominated position. Needs a little bit more on tackling, but his ball skills, he can go up and get it. 22 of his 94 career targets were either picked off or broken up. That's production you can't fake. Okay? He's going to be... He needs to go to Buffalo. Buffalo needs to go to him. I think it's a fit, and it's just going to happen. Now, I'm going to also do the right thing when it comes to Cincinnati here. They're not going to take Michael Mayer. they're going to sit here and take Dwan Jones. Why? There's a little trouble in paradise over there. I think Jonah Williams is his name, and let's say he's not too happy, and he wants out of Cincinnati. So, 6'8", 374. Man is massive. He has to be put in a certain role, but in that, he could dominate. If you have a mobile QB, this is the guy you want. Burrow is mobile enough, okay? He's massive, and he is a huge addition for what they need. Now, what are we doing here, Saints? I'm going to give you... This is tough. Corners are pretty much gone. Garden center, you don't want to necessarily go here. We do have to go D-line. So what do we have left at edge? I do like a name there, but to be honest, with my man still on the board, you guys are going to take Caljin Cansey. The Eagles fans are pretty pissed that he just went off the board right in front of you. Caljin Cansey, 6'1", 281, undersized, okay? But defensive tackle led all interior defenders with a 92.4 pass rushing grade. He may have to start off as a designated pass rusher, but he can truly excel in that role. There's a little doubt he's going to impact QBs at the next level. Saints are going for the pure value pick at this point. That's the reason they're going here. And it's the move to be made. So, boom. What do we got here? Bijan's off the board. Mozzie Smith is still there. Really thinking about that one. I like it. Osiris Torrance, Will McDonald, Osiris is off, and these boys, well, one of them is there, one of them is not. But you see value. You see value in your boy here. And honestly, what'd you guys do in the first? You went Brian Branch. We're going to take Brian Brees here. I do like Mozzie Smith. I don't know if I like We'll take Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith to the Eagles, okay? Mozzie Smith going to the Eagles. Why? Just complete that defensive line rotation. I know you probably wanted another edge here, but they're kind of off the board. Mozzie Smith is good value. 6'3", 323. He turned it on strong down the stretch in 22 as well. Earned a 79.2 overall grade. Smith is an ascending player who improves as the season went on. He's grown man strength, nose tackle, loves hands, pretty much everything Philly loves. So, once again, what does this leave for Kansas City? I'm going to give him, I know Brian Brees would be nice here, but I'm going to give him pretty much what I give him in a lot of other spots, right? Maybe we look at a trade here. Hello. Let's see. What can we do? What can we do here? Maybe not. Nah, we'll draft. All right, Will McDonald. I like Will McDonald going here to the end of the draft. I don't want to click draft yet because it'll end it. But Will McDonald here. Why? 6'3", 239. McDonald's tape is inconsistent, but it's because he was grossly miscast. Watch him purely as a stand-up edge, and you'll see a top 50 player. Chris Jones needs a little help on that defensive line. Sorry. And look, the man played. Good draft grades, okay? And consistent numbers. Where did he line up? All over. So, Will McDonald goes to Kansas City, okay? To end my mock draft, if you notice, I did a little differently here. What? I didn't have a tight end going. Is that probably going to happen? No. The tight end will probably go, but I gave some positions some other love here. I gave a lot of positions, a lot of the love to the tackle position. Well, what do we do here? We projected the Aaron Rodgers trade. We projected the Lamar Jackson trade. All right, we got Lamar Jackson's replacement. We got a Mac Jones replacement. And what did we do? We drafted a lot of value. A lot of value and a lot of need. All right, guys? Please comment down below who your favorite NFL football team is, whether you liked my pick or not. If you didn't, let me hear what you would have liked to see if the draft fell out this way. Two-Tone Sports here. Once again, showing love is free on YouTube. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.